Today was a day where all I wanted to focus on was flying, so there's no real time commentary. So I just thought I'd kind of add some thoughts in the post production as I watch the video along with you guys. Kind of share what some of my thoughts were as I was flying. Today was another nice fall day, temperature wise, but it was definitely a breezy day and gustier day. You can just see there, the loss of altitude was because of wind, and you can hear it in the camera. But so this first flight with the Goblin 380 was just to kind of get a feel for what the wind conditions were. So I just decided to fly some circuits. Right now we're doing some counterclockwise circuits, and we're going to do some clockwise circuits upright, and then we're going to do some backwards circuits after. This is, I guess, maybe a traditional warm-up flight for me, and like I said, really just to get an idea of how the wind might be affecting the flight. So overall, though, I'll tell you now that although the wind was more prevalent than I would have wanted to be, it really wasn't that terrible. It was definitely manageable, and I mean, something to take note of. I was talking with one of the other club members today about was that wind tends to have, in my experience, more of an impact when you're trying to do very basic stationary stuff. It tends to make things like just hovering in any orientation just more challenging. That's really where it tends to have more of an effect. When you're doing maneuvers, and even more complex maneuvers, I found that it has much less effect. So circuits like this are a pretty still a basic maneuver, and if you're going pretty slow as I am, here, not terribly slow, I'm not going terribly slow, so it actually is having less of an effect than if you were basically just doing very flat, very slow circuits, where you're making a lot of corrections. When you allow the heli to kind of fly, again, I found that it has less of an effect. It's still there and still something you have to be mindful of, but less of an effect for sure. So here we're doing some backwards counterclockwise circuits. I mentioned this in the video I posted yesterday, that in backwards flight, it's gotten to be one of those maneuvers where I feel anyways I can fly it in really any flyable condition. I'm definitely much more confident and comfortable with it. And so I didn't really do anything, spectacular during this flight. And to be honest, I've been so excited and focused, and I don't want to lose that, but I've been excited and focused on learning new things that I felt I had to remind myself to make sure I put in the time to perfect a lot of the things that I've already started or learned to start doing, because there are a lot of maneuvers that I'm capable of doing, but I'm still far from 100% proficient at it. So that's the end of this flight, and we will see you on the next.